Okay, as you heard, we're back, and as always when we do playoff hockey, we welcome the people watching on Cable 12, if it's Monday or Tuesday night. No, Monday night, sorry. It's Monday night. Live on radio, tape delay on cable, so hope you're enjoying it whatever way you're.
Tonight's game, Jack, is Noah Crystal, Simone Saifa, and Greg Regal. See the Sudbury team when they had their helmets on. National anthem. They've all dyed their hair for this game. Maybe for a whole playoff.
It could be, yeah.
You know, the Cubs did that last year. Didn't do them that much.
No.
That's the same effect.
There you go.
Well, Sudbury just came off real tough too.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we'll talk with head coach Mike Heapy of Sudbury in our first intermission, and then hopefully in the second intermission, the president of the league, Russ Cornell, will be up. I see Russ has made it up from Sudbury, so if we can get his attention, we'll get him up here in the second intermission.
Outgoing commissioner of the league.
That's right, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we'd like to chat with him and find out why he's leaving. He's done a tremendous job. So here we go, folks. The opening face-off will be between Sean Denemy and his counterpart, number 9, Peter Micheludi of the Sudbury Capitals. This first game of the best-of-5 semifinal is underway, and we expect Sudbury to try to play a tight defensive game, and of course, we all know what the Cubs can do. They like to go forward when they can, but they can play pretty good defense when they want to as well, Al. There's no doubt about that. Puck in the Cubs zone behind Chad Marshall, and picking it up there was Claude Rivard, pinned along the boards by Mike Poitras. Still having trouble with it, and now here comes Craig Brown. He can't get out. Rivard has it again. Sudbury changing now quickly here. Here's Safaris off the bench, in over the Sudbury line. Cranks one, and it's blocked. Gets it again and lets it go. Blocked again. And here comes Paquette for Sudbury. Gets it up to Ashcroft. He's all by himself. Taken to the boards by Zafiris. Sean Smith in there. He's knocked down from behind. Jason Frigette along the boards trying to kick it free. Throws it in behind the net for Zubik. Off the boards for Dave Brown, who was behind, or Randy Burnham rather, that was behind him. And Burnham turns and fires it down the ice, and that's icing against the Cubs. So we can see what the game plan is for Sudbury right off the bat. Al, just to bottle up the center ice zone and take the long back.
The puck, go long.
Yeah.
The excellent forecheck by Sudbury in the Cubs zone.
The tough thing about playing like that is at any level, is to keep it up. It's hard. It's a lot of hard work, and for 60 minutes. Off the face-off, there's a shot off the stick of Bridges that goes wide of the Cub net. Zafaris knocks his man down on the far side. It comes out to center, and Bridges dumps it right back in. Zafaris behind the net. Zubik. Bridges pinches up, keeps it in, but now Zubik knocks it down with his hand out to center ice. Zafaris chasing it on the far side against Johnson. They go to the boards, goes into Beau Parlant, who gets the start tonight for Sudbury. And coming to center with it is Govro. I would think number 12, Govro, is their big gun. If they're looking for goals, he's going to provide some of them.
Big boy, big strong kid to move the puck.
Icing again against the Cubs.
Talking about Govro there, he's good with the puck and he can shoot. So any downfall to his game, he's not real quick on his feet. When you're that size, sometimes it's hard to do good.
Yeah, that's true.
But he works hard all the time. He'll give it 100%. I really should. Face off each in the Cubs zone now. It would be Jeff Krieger against Steve Gallo.
Cubs get control. Cote put out to center. Back in over the line. Major bumps his man. Swain. Loach pinned to the boards. Julian Cote behind the net. Now Major moves in to help out. Gallo in there forechecking. Puck's loose at center. Loach has it again. It up to Krieger, offside. Cubs off to a bit of a slow start here, and again, it's the Sudbury forechecking. They seem to be right on them at every turn. But again, patience. So
early, we haven't even had 3 minutes gone by yet. No shots on goal yet. Face off just outside the Sudbury blue line. Looks like they're going to match up with Benemy against Nickelodeon all night. At least early on, that seems to be the case.
I think Sean's a bit taller than he is. What do you think?
Can't say that too often.
Here's Denemy moving in, right on rebound. Oh, and Craig Brown couldn't get his stick on it. Denemy behind the net, trying to come out in front, drops it back behind the net. Brown kicks it free. Craig Brown for brother Dave Brown. Now it's cleared up along the boards to the line. Joel will keep it in. Nickelodeon gets a hold of it, and down the ice it goes into the Cub zone. Marshall will come out and play it. Now he leaves it for Rivard. He fires it around behind the net. Moving up quickly there to keep it in at the line was Ashcroft for Sudbury. Poitras goes in and bumps his man. Rivard behind the Cub net. He's tied up and knocked down. Joel moves in. Poitras forechecking. Comes free. Paquette for Sudbury. Along the boards. He's pinned there by Dave Brown, and we get a whistle. 16:35 to go in period one. No score in this game, and we've got penalties or penalty?
Penalty. Luke Joel is pressing for the Cubs, heading for the blocks, along with Mike Poitras. I think I'll both go for roughing. Teams will move and try to fight. Teams up, stop keeping the Cubs going. Andy Vernon and Mr. Lewis are under the Cubs. Over at the
Should mention at this time too that the backup for Chad Marshall now and from now on through the end of this will be Sean Lozone from the Kirkland Lake Legion 87. He was with the team last Saturday in Valley East. There's the Ferris knocking down a pass and just knocked it too far ahead of himself. He couldn't get a shot away. There's a long shot off the stick of Mike LaChance, kicked up over the glass by Marshall.
As you say, Jack, that puck deflected by goaltender Marshall, so it'll face off to the Cub zone, so they're right at goaltender Marshall. Then as the distance present lining up, Lance Marks can take the ball against Brett Davis and Sarah Coppins.
Cubs win it. Zubik jumps on the puck behind his own net. Puts it up to Pierce, tips it to Courgette. Courgette tried to get free and over the line. He's checked. Cleared back to center. Zubik throws it back in. Bridges has it off over his stick. Now he regroups and picks it up and gets it into the middle to LaChance. Bridges chasing it back down in his own zone. Long pass up the center to Ashcroft. He backhands it into the Cub zone, and Sudbury will change. Krieger, Scott, and Loach out there for the Cubs. Krieger gets it up to Scott off the heel of his stick. Here's Bick, dumping it down into the Cub zone. Major after it. Ooh, and Craig Major went down kind of funny there. Seems to be okay. Leg bent underneath him. Sudbury zone it goes. Hustling in there was Vic. He had Scott right on his heels, and it slides out to center. Ode couldn't keep it in. Greg Major inside his own line. Dumps it to center. Now Krieger turning. Pass for Loach was tipped away by Sakalaris. Now Sakalaris will try and come out. He's stopped by Major. Here's Major from the line. Long shot right on. Bill Parlant stops it and cleared up and out of play with 14:49 to go in the first. No score in game one of this best of five semifinal series. And Al, were you surprised to hear that the Sioux took a 2-0 lead over North Bay last weekend in the other semifinal?
Well, I actually thought that North Bay would take that series. I didn't see Sioux play here. I only saw them play the one game here this year, so kind of had to pick from the stats there. But I saw North Bay play, and I thought they were a tough team, and I don't think they'll go down easy in North Bay this weekend either. But you're right. I'm surprised that they do it 2 in a row.
Well, regardless of who either of these teams play in the next round, it'll be a tough series. There's no doubt about that. It doesn't get any easier, does it? There's a delayed offside, blown down.
This series, Well, whichever team comes out of this series will be ready for that other series. But I think the Sioux, if the Sioux happens to win the first game in North Vegas, it gives them a tremendous advantage to rest up and get ready.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they wouldn't play for a couple.
Just starting now.
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes get that first period jump.
Sometimes it's better to just keep playing. You never lose the edge. Rivard inside his own line, across to Joyelle. Off the board to center. Cleared right back to the Cub line by Delos. Dave Brown. Up for Denemy. Chasing it in there against Delos. Denemy takes his man to the boards. Now out to center comes Sudbury. Poitras in over the line. Rivard fell. Poitras drops it back for Micheludi, and it was out of his reach, and it comes out to center ice. Close call there. Sudbury, with Rivard falling, had a good opportunity. Paquette. Dave Brown now on the puck in the Cub zone in the corner against Micheludi. He goes down. Puck's underneath him, and we'll get a whistle. So I guess you could say this is kind of a cautious start to this game, really. Nothing too serious in the way of good opportunities.
The enemy had one good shot on goal, and that's the only, what you would call a good scoring opportunity. Face off deep in the Cub zone here for the right against the Marshall. Against the left.
Bit of a scrum in the face-off circle, comes back to the line, kept in, a long, weak shot. Ooh, and Marshall stopped that, and that was dangerous. John Johnson, it wasn't much of a shot, but it was bouncing, and there was a screen, but it was cleared away. Back into the Cub zone it goes. Zubik, right on it, fires it around the boards for Safiris, gets it out to center. Now Zafiris again. Checked by Govro. Govro's got a man with him. There's a shot. Ooh, he didn't miss by much there. And the puck caroms all the way out and down the ice. Bridges with Burnham chasing him. They go to the corner. Behind the net it goes. Zubik pinching up. Puck's loose. And Govro has it. Up to LaChance and two-line pass. 13:04 to go in the first. Still no score in this game. Sudbury changing again, and the Cubs throwing out Krieger, Scott, and Loach.
Johnson couldn't keep his feet on side there. Jack had to reach back for the pass coming up to him, and his feet were faster than the puck. Just inside
Another good crowd here tonight for this game, and I'm sure if this game ends in a close score, there'll be a bigger one on Sunday night, huh?
There'll be a big crowd either way, I think, Jack.
Yeah, I think most people who follow this league know that these two teams will battle it pretty good. Major fires it into the Sudbury zone. Sakalaris behind the net. He rifles it around the glass. Chopped at but not out. Here's Scott. Dumps it back into the corner. Loach on it. Marty Loach checked there by Sakalaris. Loach comes up with the puck behind the net. Looks in front. He's checked. Stays with it, though. Along the boards. Right through the slot area. Krieger was tied up. Krieger threw it behind the net. Comes to the line. Not out. Kept in there by Code. Behind the Sudbury goal. Penalty coming up here. And I think that's going to Krieger.
Krieger had a hand, he was hanging on to the Sudbury stick when he was coming away.
So Sudbury will get the first power play of this series.
Face off will be just outside the blue line. The Cubs send out Craig Brown along with Sean Denemy.
And these guys can kill penalties, I'll tell you.
They kill penalties and they score goals.
They sure do, yeah.
Jinx them, but they had a heck of a run this it's in 1996 with short-handed goals.
So the Capitals on the power play here with 12 minutes left in the first period. There's no score, and as we mentioned about this penalty killing, Craig Brown stripped the player of the puck, and Denemy knocked down for checking. Puck still in the Sudbury zone. And the Cubs fire it right back in again. Doing a good job here in the early going of this power play for Sudbury. And there's Craig Brown stealing it again, and he dumps it back to center. Rivard turns and fires it down the ice. 1:24 left in the man advantage. Behind the net, Johnson, Govro, Vic flips it up the center, but Joel was there. Now Forget up there on the ice for checking. He almost stole the puck. John Johnson. Way offside that long pass. The Cubs doing a tremendous job Al so far of killing this off.
Good pressure by the Cubs, good anticipation on the passing plays. Craig Brown went in and forced the defenseman. He had to just push the puck up. Then he came up, picked up the puck, moved around behind the net. Now Jason Burdett and Tim Safaris are doing the same thing. We have another face on the Sudbury Terra zone.
And the Cubs win it. Safaris right off the faceoff gets a shot on goal, and Beauparlant has to make the save. Stefanuto up to Sakalaris. Another two-line pass, and Sudbury having all kinds of problems on this power play. They haven't even got past the center ice red line, I don't think.
A little past the line there, Jack.
Yeah, legally, I should have said it.
Swain had the same problem that they had just a while ago. His feet were on one side of the line, he reached back for the puck.
So the face-off inside the Sudbury line. And they get it out to center. Stefanuto into the Cubs zone it goes now with 46 seconds left in the man advantage. So far they haven't had a shot on goal, and they won't on that rush because Safaris gets it to center. Swain dumps it back in. Zubik's on it. Behind the net. Fans on the clearing pass. And now it's picked up there by Ashcroft. He centered it in front, and that shot was blocked. Back to the point it comes. There's a shot, and Marshall stops that. And finally the Cubs get it, and it's cleared up and out of play into the crowd. So two nice saves there by Marshall as Sudbury finally got a shot on goal.
22 seconds left in the penalty now to Jeff Krieger.
I guess the shots on goal aren't much to talk about so far, are they?
Right. That's exactly right.
Usually by now the shots are like 19-4 or something, and we're lucky if we got 3 apiece. Govro couldn't control it, but it's kept in as Sakalaris fires it into the corner. Denemy's there and gets it out to center. 5 seconds left on that power play, and that'll just about do it. The Cubs do a tremendous job of killing that off. Stefanuto behind his own net. Off Govro's stick to center. Mike LaChance chasing it into the Cubs zone. Krieger's back on the ice. He's there ahead of him. LaChance just avoids a big check from Major as he fell. And here comes Denemy back the other way. Denemy cuts right in, and he fanned on the shot, and the puck slides into Beauparlant, and we'll have a face-off in the Sudbury zone.
Good penalty kill there by the Cubs. Sudbury with 2 shots. Actually, 1 shot. I think one was blocked before it got to Marshall. The other shot was a good scoring opportunity from deep in the slot. Marshall made a stick save on it. The Cubs were pressing more than Sudbury were on that penalty.
Yeah, they sure were.
9:39 left in the first period.
Right into the goaltender from the faceoff. And we'd like to say hi to all the people listening out there that couldn't make it to the game tonight. I was talking to Mrs. Flaxey tonight up at Walmart. She's working at the McDonald's. Couldn't make it, but she said she snuck her radio to work. Did I just give her away? Is she in trouble now?
She might be, but I don't think so. I don't think the Gradens are going to hold that against her.
I don't think so. Tim Scott, or Sean Scott, tried to center. Who's Tim Scott? Why did I say that? Scott behind the net, can't get it out in front.
Willard Scott's first cousin.
There you go. And Sean Scott doing a good job, gets it to Loach in front, staying with it. He's really hustling in there, causing havoc for those Sudbury forwards trying to come out. Now Rivard drives one in on goal. Marty Loach.
Take that goal, we'll go to Marty Loach. Jack,
I think so.
Causing a little problem for Beauparlant right in front of that. I think Beauparlant stopped the shot by Rivard. Rivard made a heck of a good play there. jumping up at the blue line to keep that puck in and getting a shot on goal. Didn't get a real hard shot on goal, but lots can happen when you get to near the net.
Yeah, and Loach was there, just sort of banged away at it, and it got underneath Beauport line in the net. So 1-0 Cubs with 9:07 to go in the first period. And I don't think Sudbury wanted that to happen. They wanted to keep this scoreless or get a goal lead, and now they've got to come from behind, and that's not something I know they do very well. And right back on the attack for the Cubs, Andy Burnham. Up top the puck. And get it out. Jet twisting and turning in the corner, trying to get away from Micheludi. He gets it up to Paquette, and out he comes. Into the middle to Poitras. Sean Smith to the line. Micheludi, no, he didn't keep it in. Now it's cleared out. They cleared the zone. And it's dumped back in by Johnson, wide of the net. Zubik right on the puck. Overskates it. Poitras trying to come out. Micheludi now centered it out in front, but Forget was there to steal it away. Gets it to the line. Bridges will keep it in. And now we get a whistle.
Little scrum. I don't think there'll be any call on this guy. In front of the Cub bench. Cub staff yelling to keep it cool, stay on the ice, keep playing the game. We're well having a little conversation, giving a couple of Sudbury players an attitude adjustment somewhere. Face-off to be just inside the Cub blue line. The identity against Grosvenor. One was out there along with the Brown brothers, Azor and Cote.
Grosvenor can't keep it in the Cub zone, and Dave Brown comes back in over the line. Centered it for Craig. Over for Denemy, just a little bit too far, and back comes Sudbury. Big number 12, Govro. Makes a move by his man. He's all by himself now, and now he throws it in on goal. Rebound. Marshall can't get control of it, and it's backhanded through the crease. And now we have a penalty coming up here. I think Major is going to go for elbowing.
Two-man call. Short-handed again. Over made a good move at center ice.
He sure did, yeah.
Put Greg right down and out of it there at the start of that goal before he actually heated up down in the Cub zone.
He can skate fast when he wants to, it seems. Eh? We said he was a little bit slow, but he had some pretty good...
Way to prove us wrong.
Once he gets the momentum going there, he's all right.
Face-off, we just outside the Cub blue line. There's Craig Brown out there like enemy to try and kill off this time.
Well, the last time the Capitals had a power play, they didn't have much going. The Cubs did a tremendous job of killing it off, so we'll see what happens on this one. I know the Cubs would like to repeat their performance from the first one.
No question about that.
They've got the right people out there to do it. Micheludi and Denemy on the draw just outside the Cub line. Sudbury will win it, dump it in. John Johnson. Sean's up there forechecking. The Cubs will get it out, and Craig Brown almost got away. And now Denemy almost intercepted that. He just lost sight of it. Vic dumps it into the Cubs zone. Marshall will play it behind the net. Joel. It comes right out in front. Oh, and it bounced over LaChance's stick, and Marshall cleared it away. And here's Craig Brown, back shorthanded the other way. Minute 16 left in the Sudbury power play. He's checked, and here's Govro up to Micheludi. Into the Cubs zone it goes. Govro in there. LaChance gets it back to the blue line to Johnson. He keeps it in. Govro behind the Cub goal. Rivard takes it away, and look out. He clears it up into the crowd, and he had them ducking on the far side, penalty bench area. 55 seconds left in the Sudbury power play. 6:41 in the period, and it's 1-0 Cubs. The goal scorer, Marty Loach. And did they give the assist to Scott and Rivard on that one, Al? Did you?
Just Rivard.
Just Rivard?
Face-off now be deep in the Cub zone.
Puck Marquette gets it back to the line. Stefanuto through a screen. Nice save by Marshall. Rebound. Puck's loose, and Marshall finds it in the crowd. It gets the glove on it and hangs on.
Good pressure by Sudbury in this power play, Jack. They're pulling out all the stops. They want to try and get the Cubs off the rails. The Cubs send out a new centerman to kind of just win that draw from Steve Gallo. Jason go up there against him.
From the face-off, back to Stefanuto. There's a shot right on. Oh, they score! Sakalaris one-timed it from the blue line, and it beat Marshall between the legs.
It looked like Marshall had it at the start, Jack. It just must have just trickled through. The light was late coming on.
So I guess that'll be Sakalaris from Stefanuto. And maybe one other assist in there.
It'd be another assist to the winger that was out there, the left winger. I'm not sure which one it was, but we put it back to the point initially off of that scrum on the draw. So we have 1-1 here with 6:25 left in the first period. We predicted a pretty close checking game here, and it looks like that's what's going to happen, Jack. Cubs send out Majora and Cote on defense. Krieger, Scott, and Roach up front.
From the face-off, puck dumped back into the Cubs zone. Right out in front it comes again, and the Stefanuto couldn't keep it in. Getting back there to save the day was Delage. Puck back in the Cubs zone, Marty Loach. Right in front of his own net to Code. Penalty coming up here to Sudbury. A roughing call to number 14. That would be Kasukas. So the Cubs will get their first power play.
Cubs send out their versatile forward here in the form of Jason Marquette, Sean Kennedy, and Kip Satiris. The point who's getting moved right now, and hard shooting Greg Major.
Score all tied at 1. Sudbury Cubs on the power play for the first time in the game, and see what they can do here. Denemy getting over the line. Sean Denemy knocked down as he cut to the slot area. Shot from the point block, and Goldrow gets it and clears it out and down the ice. Major behind his own net as the Cubs set up on this power play. Here comes Bourget in over the line. Into the boards and knocked down. Goldrow tried to clear it out, went off Major's stick up into the crowd. 1:29 left in the Cub power play, 5:28 in the period. We're all tied at 1.
Face-off will be just outside the Sudbury blue line. Bourget again against Mikaludo. Goldrow goes off the ice. And John Johnson comes on.
Bit of a delay here on dropping the puck, as Lachance will come in to take the draw now, and he just fires it ahead. Jor has it, across to Joel, up to Zafiris, and he fires it in behind the Sudbury goal. Kaludi can't get it out. Here's Major from the point, a blast, and a save by Beauparlant. Major again, lets it go, deflected in front. Beauparlant's down, and he was knocked over by Denemy, and we get a whistle, and I think we're getting a penalty here.
Denemy may be going to the box, Jack. He took a good crack at the goaltender there when he was on the crease.
So that'll nullify this Cup power play.
Denemy heads to the box. He gets 2 minutes. I don't know what they'll call it. Could be roughing or high sticking. Coach Anna Dodge yelling from the bench. And I thought Denemy was giving a little help on that play, but the blue guy pushing from behind.
So there's a blast by Major. That didn't miss by much, did it?
Not very much at all.
He gets it again at the line. Keep it in. Throws it across to Dave Brown. Brown hustling there, trying to cut out in front. Gets out there. Now Major gets caught pinching in, and here comes Micheludi. One man to beat, but Joel makes a nice play and breaks up that rush, and we get an offside at the Cub blue line.
41 seconds left in the penalty to Sudbury. Minute and 33 left in the penalty to the Cubs. After 41 seconds, Sudbury Cubs Cubs have the two ground balls right there. John Zubik climbing the floor of
Stefanuto gets it from the draw, dumps it in. Marshall will play it to Zubik. Craig Brown in the corner in his own zone. Now he'll skate it. Loses it, but Zubik's there. Cubs a little sloppy in their own end in this rush. Dave Brown's back there to get a hold of it, and he'll try it again. Up to brother Craig and over the line. He's checked. The following the play is Sean Smith, who moves right up there. And the puck was tipped up by the goaltender and swatted away by his defenseman. And turning with it now in the corner is Swain for Sudbury. Gets it up to center. Now he picks up his own pass at center ice, falls down, throws it into the Cubs zone, literally with his hand, and heads to the bench.
The Cubs now short on 46 seconds left.
Micheludi tips it away from Smith. They go to the corner. Zubik bumps Govro. Govro's in there, kicking it free. Gets it back to the point to Stefanuto. There comes the shot through a screen. And it comes right out in front, and Krieger's there to save the day. Jeff Krieger now to center. With Sean Scott in over the line, 2-on-2. Krieger cuts around his man, right out in front. And the puck's under Beauparlon. I think the net came off the piping as well. Good rush there by Krieger.
Good puck control. He put his body between the Sudbury defender and the puck and kept him at bay. But he couldn't cut in enough to get a good shot on goal, but he did what he had to. He put the puck towards the net. And when you're a man short, you don't mind the puck being in front of the other guy's net at all.
I noticed as this period's worn on now that Sudbury is starting to get more chances, and they seem to be really going to the net against the Cubs, and it's working. So the Cubs are going to have to find a way to stop that from happening.
Still 22 seconds left in the penalty to Denley. Face off deep in the Sudbury zone. He Govro against Krieger.
And Govro wins it, and it's flipped high in the air to center. Micheludi chasing it in there against Code. Code beats him to the puck around behind the net, but Micheludi right on him. Comes free. Here's LaChance. Lets it go. Oh, Marshall stopped it, but he had a tough time with that one. Capitals keep it in. Micheludi again. Looking in front. Code tried to pin him to the boards. Penalty now to Cubs is over. Denemy on the ice. Sean Scott comes up with it. He just gets rid of it to center. Jamie Vick chasing it down into the Sudbury zone, behind his own net. Gets it up to LaChance. He tips it. Pierce was there. And gets it out on the second try. John Johnson, number 17, right on Andy Burnham's stick. Burnham centered it in front. Oh, what a save by Beauparlon. Forget as he just redirected it. A good play by Andy Burnham. Alert play. He stole the puck and he saw Jason going to the net. He just threw it out there. And
beautiful shot, Jack. I think the guy who tipped it was Tim Sapiris, actually. Somebody's getting a 10-minute contact. You're not sportsmanlike. It looks like Andy Burnham and the penalty box for the Cubs. Coaching staff mentioned this along the way. He's after the whistle penalty. There goes Burnham again.
Well, he does get two. Sportsmanlike, I guess.
That's exactly what the call was. The face-off from outside the blue line because of that call.
Well, he still made a nice play when he stole the puck.
If I put it went in, you wouldn't have the penalty.
That's right.
The face-off is just outside the club blue line. There's some like Bruce and Major along with Peter, Royale, and Major to kill off this penalty.
Puck slides to the Cub line. Joel turns and fires it back down the end. Sudbury back on the power play. There you have their goal on the power play tonight. Second Lyrics getting it. And there's an offside call at the Sudbury blue line. Again, our first intermission guest will be Mike Heapy, the coach of Sudbury. And hopefully in the second intermission, the president of the league, Russ Farnell. Russ is in the building. If we can track him down, he'll be here. We've got some high-profile people here tonight. I'm just seeing Mr. Johnson from the high schools here, Boog McKnight, Dick Farrell. Oh, doesn't get any bigger than that, Al. I'm telling you. I even think the big guy's here with his...
We're trying to watch the game, Jack.
Larry Paymaw's here, too. Your old buddy, Larry.
Yeah.
Stefanuto behind his own net. Sudbury on the power play. A minute 58 to go in the period. There's a long pass up the middle off the stick of Gallo. He just tips it down into the Cub zone. Joyel's there. He'll fire it right back out and all the way down the ice into the Sudbury zone. Number 22, Stefanuto gets it up along the boards. Major kept it in momentarily. And now turning with it is Swain. Stefanuto has it taken away by Forget, but Tavares was offside. And now, after the whistle, Forget was bumped into the boards, and Sudbury's going to get a penalty.
Sudbury coaching staff looking on and not real happy with that call. However, that's the game, boys.
Yeah, I thought
definitely didn't have to hit him at the whistle.
No, I thought it was more of a momentum thing. They were sort of coming over, but.
So a minute 35 after the period, the Cubs have a penalty for another minute and 3 seconds. Sudbury is still starting a 2-minute sentence. 1-1 here, minute 35.
They'll know not to do that again.
I think so.
And this has been a pretty even first period. I guess the shots would indicate that.
Very close.
Zubik, right from the draw, walks in, gets it to Craig Brown, walking in on goal. And Bill Parlow stopped it, and it dropped behind him, but he found it again and hung on.
Stopped again by Bill Parlow. Good play by Zubik. Get up into the play and move that puck up.
And you really notice how much more comfortable John Zubik has got as the games have gone by. He's playing much better every game and looking good out there again tonight.
Question. Big, strong, very coachable.
Here's Denemy, a nice move. Comes right out in front, backhand shot. Oh, what a save by Bill Parlow. And it's cleared out to center. He robbed Sean Denemy on that play. And an offside pass.
Icing.
Okay.
Minute and 12 left in the first period. Face-off will come deep into the Sudbury zone to the right of goaltender Bill Parlow.
So he's made a couple of key saves here in this first period.
Cubs send out Jason Forget. Out there, Sean Denemy will stay on the ice. The Cubs will have a minute in after 40 seconds of transpired.
From the draw, it's grabbed there by John Johnson behind his own net. Off the board, but he gives it away to Denemy. Denemy centered it, but Vic is there. And here's Big Govro. In over the line, drops it for Vic. Ashcroft couldn't keep it in. Forget and Denemy almost got away. Now Major moves up and grabs the loose puck at center, drops it back to Joyel. 45 seconds left in the period. Now Major tied up by Govro. These two guys go at each other pretty good, don't they? Two big boys. Now Denemy knocked down. Sudbury gets it down the ice. So the Cubs now on the power play with 21 seconds left in the period. There's a long pass up the Loach, and that was definitely offside.
Cub coaching staff exhorting referee Crystal to call a hook penalty on Sean Denemy at the far side of the ice. It was close.
Yeah.
However, there was no call, and the Cubs still on the power play, though. It's 17 seconds left in the third. Face off, keeping the Cubs going. Krieger against Macaludi. He caught him a beat.
Just as soon as you say that, it happens every time, doesn't it? 14 seconds left now. Rivard from the faceoff takes it behind his own net. Turns away from Macaludi. Fires it into the corner to Joyel. Macaludi right over there on top of him. He's doing a good job out there tonight of hustling. 2 seconds left. And now with 1 second left, we get a whistle. So it'll be the formality of dropping the puck.
That'll be the end of the period. Oh, no, a second left.
Yeah. And they're going to put the extra guy out there and try for the quick shot on goal. Can it happen? I guess it could, eh?
Anything is possible.
In an animated cartoon.
Cubs will out there take the draw. Macaludi will take the draw. Church will take it. Left-handed shot out there.
I guess there was time, wasn't there? So an interesting first period in this series ends in a 1-1 tie. The goal scorers, Marty Loach for the Cubs, Sakalaris for Sudbury. And Cubs will have a 25-second power play when we begin period 2. So for those of you watching on TV, we'll tell you to stick around. We'll be back with period 2 right after this.
Days and nights make for ideal TV conditions at home. Get hooked up with cable TV for only $19.95. Act now and save up to $45 plus taxes. If you currently have cable, enjoy the convenience of an extra outlet for the low price of $6 a month, and Northern Cable will install it free. Get best of cable TV reception and channels on every set in your home with properly installed additional outlets, and you'll receive the first month of any new additional outlet free. Hook up to cable TV today at this $19.95 special, and free installation of extra outlets. Call Northern Cable today.
We should comment on the fact that it's much brighter in here. Did you notice?
Well, there's a figure skating carnival this weekend.
So they had to
get things brightened up and spent up a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, don't forget, for you people listening on radio tonight, that the figure skating carnival in New Liskeard goes tomorrow night at 7:30 and then Sunday afternoon at 1:30. And game 2 of this series, 7:30 Sunday night, and we'll be on the air at 7:20 with our pregame show. Should be an interesting weekend.
Always lots going on.
And of course, even the old-timers are busy this weekend, except for you, Al. You're here. Too bad. You signed the big contract. Oh, there's a long shot.
Counted, it was offside.
Oh, okay. Cubs on a brief power play here to start the second period. Again, my thanks to Mike Heapy, the coach of Sudbury, for guesting with us in the first intermission. Always interesting to talk to Mike. Sakalaris, the goal scorer for Sudbury, in over the line, dumps it towards the net. Doyle rubs it away, but not far enough. Cleared back to the slot area. Micheludi chasing it against Dave Brown. And Major's there, gets it to the line. Stefanuto keeps it in. Paquette knocked down, gets it to the corner, and then it's shot out and down the ice. No icing. Gopal will play it. Falling behind the net there is Beck. Pierced. In there just a little late. Now here's Govro taking a lead pass in center. Andy Burnham cuts him off. And it's cleared to center. Vic dumps it back in. Sudbury changing. John Smith gets it up to Forget. He's got Burnham on the far side and over the line. There's a shot, and that just missed. And back the other way comes Govro. LaChanson over the line. He's knocked down. Govro behind the net. Tried to get it out in front in the crease. And Marshall dives on it and hangs on. And again, welcome to everybody watching on Cable 12 this evening. We'll have Sunday night's game for you on Tuesday night. This is Friday night's game you're watching. And for those of you listening on radio, don't listen to that. Because we're here live.
Jack, as usual, confuse the issue. Too much of that Friday morning on flat, you guys.
You've got to get me away from MacArthur, you know. As the years go by, I'm thinking like him. As long as I don't look like him, I'm all right. Here's Forget with Safaris. He's got Burnham going to the net, and he couldn't get the pass through. It was cut off. Ashcroft gets it out to center. Safaris turning with it. Gets it to Loach. Marty's bumped inside the line. LaChanson dumps it back out. And Forget will try his luck again and over the line for Loach. There's the shot right on. Beauparlois will make the save and covers up the rebound. 18 minutes even left here in the second. 1-1 the score.
I think the Cubs will probably open it up a little bit in this period, Jack. I don't think that Sudbury can actually skate with the feet forwards as the Cubs are forwarding this year. And predicting that that's what's going to happen in this period.
Well, that's what Mike Heapy said, that there's no way they could come in here thinking they're going to skate with the Cubs. So they have a plan in place, and we saw what that plan was. And whether they can keep it up for 60 minutes, time will tell. So far, they're doing it, but as you said, eventually the Cubs will start breaking through, I'm sure. Major from the line. That's blocked. And Code clears it up another play. So is it safe for me to say that Russ Farnell will be up in the...
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. You did a good job, Al.
Allow them down there. He said he'll them up even if you were the guy doing the interview.
I might confuse the issues again. This series will, after Sunday night, will shift back to Sudbury next weekend. Game 3 will be Saturday night from the Countryside Arena, and hopefully we'll have a full play-by-play of that game. We have to check into a few things, but that's a possibility. Loach. There's a sharp angle shot from Major. Went right through the crease, out the other side, and all the way down the ice. Code knocked down. Swain right on him. Tucks underneath him, but dug free by Loach. Major behind the net. Being checked in there by Swain. Comes right out in front. And out to center it comes. Krieger tried to get it over to Scott. High in the air it goes. Loach couldn't pick it up. And it's backhanded out. And down into the Cubs zone by Paquette. Cote. Julian Cote in his own zone. Trying to catch Sudbury changing here. Scott up to Denemy. Drops it back for Scott. And he fanned on the pass. Sakalaris gets it up. Poitras, long shot. Ooh, that was a strange bounce. And Majora will dump it down the ice. Icing. Call. 16:34 to go in the second. Still tied at 1. The goal scored. Marty Loach for the Cubs. And for Sudbury, Vageli Sakalaris.
Face off just to the right of goaltender Chad Marshall. Before right here at the east end of the arena. Cubs send out Denemy along with the Brown brothers, Phil Bouvard, and Luke Royale, the other defenseman. Denemy a face-off against Micheludi.
And Joel pinned to the boards there by Poitras, and another face-off.
So once again, we'll have Denemy against Micheludi. Denemy won the last one, but Poitras was right on top of Royale. He couldn't do anything with it.
This time Joel takes it and skates it around the net. This is Craig Brown. And here's Denemy taking the pass at center now. Denemy cuts around his man, cutting right in on goal. Backhand shot, saved by Beauparlant. Rebound, Dave Brown whacks it wide. Puck comes to the blue line, and Poitras will get it out. The Paquette. He's stopped there by Joel, and Rivard will take it in the corner. Stops him behind the net. Poitras hustling in there, bumps him. Stefanuto behind the net. Now Stefanuto walks out and tried to center, and Dave Brown cleared it away. And Brown will carry it out himself. Tried to get it up to Denemy. It's out of his reach. Joel has it inside his own line. Rivard into the middle, right on the stick of Sakalaris. There's a long weak shot in on goal, steered to the corner by Marshall. Vic rubbed it ahead inside the Cub line, so we'll get a whistle. Daryl Christo, the referee, and Simon Chartrand, doing a fine job as always. Yes, sir.
Really keep up to the play well.
And that's all you're saying, right? Zafiris fires it around behind his own goal, all the way out and down the ice. Look at Andy Burnham hustling up there, but that's icing against the Cubs. Andy didn't play in the game last Saturday night in Valley East. He was sitting out a one-game suspension, so I think he's glad to be back in action tonight.
No question about that. He's playing on a line out there right now with Tim Sakuris and Jason Peugeot. On defense, we have John Zubik and Sean Smith. So we're going to have a short recess here as Chad Marshall repairs a loose pad strap on his pads. Faceoff will be deep in the Cub zone to Marshall's left when we resume play.
How many games in a row do you think Chad's played? We should have kept track of them. Several, yeah.
I'm not wrong.
I know he's sat out the third periods of one-sided games in the last little while, but for the most part, he's played every minute of every game. Bridges behind his own net with Burnham right on him, and Andy throwing his weight around in the Sudbury zone. Puck cleared to center, Zubik right on it. Bobro couldn't get a return pass. Goes out to center. And here comes LaChance. Gets it into Ashcroft. Ashcroft backhand pass in front. It was way too high, and Bobro took a whack at it, but he missed it. Back come the Cubs. Forget. He's got Safaris going to the net. Cuts right in. Scored!
Before he made that, when he made that cut to the net, it was too high. He just kept right on going and cut it in. The Cubs take a 2-1 lead. We're in 14:35 left in the second period.
Good effort there. Boy, did he turn on the speed, too.
I believe that would be Forget from Burnham. That should be another assistant player. That shot out there, Marty Logan, Jeff Krieger, Yvette, Julian Bougie, and Frank Joe.
So it's 2-1 Cubs with 14:34 to go in the second period. Morde off towards the line, and it pops over Stefanuto's stick. Zubik and Burnham get the assist from the and the Cubs back on the attack. There's a centering pass, and Sean Scott redirected that, just missing the far corner. Cody from the blue line, a long blast off Beauparlant's glove. Krieger hustling now behind the net. Centered it in front. Puck's loose. Krieger scores!
They kept the puck in twice at the blue line. Good second effort by Jeff Krieger. Threw it in front of the net. It's going around and came back to him. He popped it upstairs pretty quick.
Yeah, good hustle there by the Cubs. They were swarming all around the net.
The goal we had just before that, the assist also went to John Zubik.
And the assist on this one, I have no idea.
I don't know if
a lot of people touch that puck. Yeah, you're right. There probably won't be one. There's Poitras coming back for Sudbury. Shot off a stick. Gets in that front net.
Now, if you don't know who got the assist, give everybody.
And Loach get the assist on that goal by Krieger. 3-1 Cubs now, and now this is what the Cubs want. Sudbury will have to open it up a bit here and play the Cubs game. So we should see a lot more scoring opportunities from here on in. Denemy checked at the line. Poitras puts it up to Paquette. Long wrist shot. Ooh, Chad Marshall had trouble with that one. The lights are too bright, I think. I'm used to that. Flipped high in the air down into the Sudbury zone. Beauparlant will play it with Craig Brown hustling in there.
How many times are you going to get set? I get the right color.
Yeah. You buy these 50-50 tickets every week, and you never win, but you're donating to a good cause.
Don't tell me away from mine.
puck down into the Cubs zone. Ashcroft against Zubik. Zubik falls on the puck, so we'll get a whistle. Cubs lead at 3-1. Marty Loach, Jason Purgett, and Jeff Krieger, the goal scorers. Sakalera scoring in the first period on the power play for Sudbury. 12:26 to go in the first period. Face-off upcoming in the Cubs zone to the right of Chad Marshall.
Ashcroft rode in Zubik pretty hard on that face-off.
Right off the draw, a shot from LaChance, gloved by Marshall.
Face-off again deep in the zone and the Purgett against Vervo.
LaChance again, right off the face-off. Over had to hop over his stick. Sudbury will keep it in though. Govro gets it up to LaChance. He's got Ashcroft in front. There's the centering pass to Govro. Oh, that was blocked in front. I think that hit the back of Zubik's leg and he had his back to the play. Burnham bumped that center. John Smith with Bridges all over him. But he gets it back out. John Johnson. Over to LaChance. There's a long pass up. Marshall comes out, and he's got it. Kasukas was breaking in there, and there was a race, him and Marshall trying to get to the puck, and I guess Chad beat him to it just by about a half an inch there.
Marshall, after the whistle went, the puck ended up away from Marshall. It was hard to tell whether he had the puck or not, but the whistle had gone. So.
Well, I guess the referee lost sight of it and blew it dead.
End of story.
Yeah.
I know that next chapter. Face-off will be deep in the Cubs zone to the right of goaltender Marshall. Jeff Krieger on the draw against Steve Gallo.
Krieger slides it back to Major, along the boards to Loach. He's having trouble with it. Kasukas takes it away from him, comes to the line. Stefanuto walks into one, and he didn't get much on that. Comes to the line, kept in there by Deloge. Again, Deloge up the line, but Krieger takes it away and falls. Stefanuto over there to chop it back. And here's Ashcroft in over the line. There's a shot right on. Easy save for Marshall. Code. And get it out. Now on second effort, still having trouble with it. Battle along the boards. Now here's Krieger. In over the line. Drops it back for Loach. There's a shot right on. Big rebound. And it's taken away there by Gallo. He slowly comes to center with it. Weak shot in on goal. Marshall will play it there for Julian Code. He skates it to center ice. Pass gets by everybody down into the Sudbury zone. Stefanuto.
Cubs are getting the family back.
Interference call. So Sudbury will go to the power play.
Now coming up to Marty Loach, he was going towards the player's box. The puck was nowhere around him. And Sudbury player was going by, and he had to push right into him, and he almost knocked over the referee in the process. The face-off will be just inside the Cub blue line. 10:28 left here in the second period. 3-1 lead. Now, trying to decide where the face-off should be. The timekeeper's following referee Costa. Roswell in there to take the draw for Sudbury against Sean Enemy.
And from the draw, it slides into the Sudbury zone where it's taken there by John Johnson. He'll try it again as that pass was blocked. Across the ice it goes for Jamie Bick. And Sean Sudbury over the line into the middle of Govro. Whoa, he one-timed that, just missing the far side. Quick from the point. And it's cleared away and shot out and down. Sudbury on the power play here with 9:59 to go in the second. The Cubs have a 3-1 lead. Denemy almost stealing it behind the Sudbury goal. Johnson now bringing it up the center. The Capitals dumps it in behind the net. John Smith there, fires it around the boards and down the ice. Zubik intercepts a pass up the line. Now he has a shot blocked. And Micheludi. Govro back for Micheludi. Walking right in. Backhand shot. Oh, saved by Marshall. Now Govro on the puck. Centered it out in front. And the shot by Bick. He broke his stick as he one-timed it. And now a whistle. We get a scuffle going on in front of the net. Jet in there.
I don't think there have been any calls there other than the net being off its moorings. Face off to be deep in the Cubs zone. Sudbury playing a little more spirit now. The Cubs got 3-1 lead, Jack. Coming along a little harder, throwing their body around a little bit.
And Jamie Bick thought he was going to walk into a nice slap shot there, and the blade went farther than the puck did.
Forgot to flick it, Jack.
He'll have to go and visit you over at the store there and get a new flick. Flick's not playing tonight, and don't get Andrew going here. He's got a job to do. I don't want Denise getting mad at him again tonight. Choice in one night.
Still, you mean?
Yeah, still, that's it. From the face-off, Ashcroft was trying to get free in front of the net. Sudbury still with the man advantage for the next 39 seconds. Cubs get it out and down the ice. Beauparlant will play it there for Sakalaris behind the net. Sudbury setting up. Off the boards it comes to Andrew Ashcroft, the captain of this Sudbury team. But Sean Scott was there to break that up. Stefanuto back in his own zone behind the net. Long pass up the middle to Gallo. He falls. Courgette all over him, and the Cubs will drive it back down the ice right on goal. And that will do it for the Sudbury power play. So they come up empty on this one. Back they come. Long shot. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. And Sakalaris can't keep it in at the line. The Cubs get it out. But Beauparlant will have to play it. Here comes Poitras. Puts it up to Micheludi. And a nice blocker save there by Chad Marshall. Paquette can't keep it in. Cubs get it out to center. Now it's dumped back in, and Mazur will take it. 3-1 Cubs with 7:55 to go in the second. And offside at the Sudbury blue line.
Offside, close offside. Right behind the referee. You know, they can call it. Didn't see anything. It was right behind him, so I can say what happened. Eddie Loach was knocked down from behind. Face-off went just outside the Sudbury blue line.
I think Marty gave it a little 7.5 on the Richter there. Hey, you got to try anything, you know. It could have worked. Now here's Loach at the side of the net. Marty Loach coming out in front and just tipped off his stick. Sudbury player lost his glove. That's Micheludi, and watch that hand. There's a long, weak shot in on goal. Poitras. Rivard fires it around behind the net. Cubs will get it out. Here's Loach with Krieger. There's a long shot off a stick up over top the net to Pierce. Pumps his man. Micheludi's there to get rid of it. Gets it up to Poitras. He's working against Rivard. They bump. Dumps it into the Cubs zone. Sudbury changing here as Doyle goes back. Marty Loach back in his own zone, helping out the defenseman, and it's cleared up without a play. When the Cubs are doing that, they're very, very tough to beat. When the forwards start coming back and digging the puck out of the corner and helping out their defenseman.
Marty Loach is playing really well tonight, Jack. Skating, I think, better than I've seen him skate all year. Hustling really hard in the corners. Has one goal, and I think he's playing one of the better games of the year tonight.
You think that this is a type of game that he would like to play in a playoff game that's physical, tight checking, you know, lots of pumping going on? Fits right into this style of game. That's why they signed him to that big deal. Why they got him. Sudbury on the attack in the Cubs zone. Behind the net with it is LaChance. He can't get it out in front. Now he'll try again, and it's blocked again, and Dave Brown has it in the corner. He's knocked down. Denemy can't come up with it. Fired right back into the Cubs zone. Sean Smith turning in his own zone. Long pass up the middle behind Denemy. LaChance intercepts, throws it back into the Cubs zone. And Marshall's going to freeze this one. Zubik knocked down. 6:23 to go in the second period. 3-1 Cubs. The goal scorers, Loach, Bourget, and Krieger.
Big hit there by LaChance just at the whistle, and Big John Zubik knocked on the flat. Crowd yelling, but no call on the referee. The face-off now comes deep in the Cubs zone to the right left of goaltender Chad Marshall. It will be Gallo against Jason Bourget.
Puck goes to the sideboard, behind the net. Mazur gives it a little help now. Nice pass up the middle to Bourget. He's got Safiris with him. There's the pass, and it's blocked in front. And it comes back out to center. Now Bourget back in over the line again. That's intercepted. Cote. Mazur moving up. Dumps it in. Bourget on the chase against Sakalaris. Round the boards it goes. Comes to the line, not out. And the Caps on the second try get it out. Down to the Cubs zone. But Mazur just turns and fires it right back down the ice. There's a long pass up to Micheludi. Loach is there to check in. Safiris now, back for the Cubs. He's got Loach. There's a blast. Rebound to Marty Loach. Oh, and Beauparlois stopped that and lost his mask. And now we got a fight here at the side of the net. Loach is wrestling with somebody on the ice, and the linesmen have separated two other players.
Loach went down, and when he went down, they were on Beauparlois.
He cut his ear or his cheek or something, yeah.
I think he hit the goalpost actually after that. What is this? The album went off. He hit the goalpost. Trainers essentially out there.
They have to get the extra two on this.
Right?
Oh, they had it up there and they took it away.
Say, how'd you figure that out?
Yeah, it was up there. It was up there. It came off, though.
Cubs had a great scoring opportunity just prior to that when they broke out of their zone with a beautiful tic-tac-toe play. Came up off the wing on the far side over to Jason Bourget. He came in along on 2-on-1 with Vince Safiris. So he used Safiris as the decoy. He got a shot off on goal, but so far on, we'll keep it to the back. Face-off now, looks like it's coming outside the blue line, so the face off the north side of the blue line. Nothing on the screen. He's got guys on the ice. Sudbury got 6. They got a trainer out there as well.
Well, they did initially put the two up on the Cubs side, and they took it down. So I think maybe it was the Cub player who knocked the net off, possibly. That's why it's coming up.
Like I said, I think Beauparlois' head had a good part.
I think so, yeah.
Thank goodness for breakaway net mark.
For sure, yeah. From the face-off, the puck is cleared off a body down into the Cubs zone. Rivard's there. Shot comes in, takes a run at him. Burnham in there to help out now. And we get and a whistle. 5:11 to go here in the second period. The Cubs have a 3-1 lead.
Cubs would like to go to the dressing room with this lead, regroup, and come back out for the third period. We'll have to see what Russ Farnell thinks of the score of this one. Sir Mike Heafy, I know he was pretty happy with the 1-1 lead score after the first period.
He said things went just basically the way they wanted them to go. They played it pretty tight, but this period, well, this period's been pretty tight as well. The Cubs just have taken advantage of their opportunities when they were there. Here's Gobro in the Cubs zone, and Marshall gloves that and hangs on. The big guy was cutting to the net.
Then the Cubs fail to take the puck out of their own zone when they're within 10 feet of the blue line. They'll have to correct that. Face-off here will be deep in the Cubs zone to the left of goaltender Marshall. Cubs send out Denemy. He'll take the draw against Steve Gallo. Gallo's out there with Trevor Swain and Katsukas.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
There's a weak...
right, but it's easy.
That's true. I think you got it right on there. From the draw, there was a shot on goal. Marshall stopped it. Now it's back in the Cubs zone again, and Swain's on the puck. Sean Smith will pick it off behind the net and get it up to Dave Brown off his skate. Brown again along the boards, can't clear it out. And now it's out, and Craig Brown chasing it down against Johnson. Craig Brown, he was grabbed there by Johnson, but there's no penalty as the goaltender Bo Parloff freezes the puck.
The face-off deep in the Sudbury zone. They decide to change in the entire situation. And then Nicoludi will take the draw against the enemy. Trying for that matchup all night. However, now Nicoludi has over out there with him. It's a different lineup.
Shuffling things around, trying to get some offense, I guess. Tough situation now for Sudbury. They want to keep playing a tight defensive game. Now here's Nicoludi taking that alley-oop pass, goes in, and Marshall comes up with a huge save on that break. Perfect timing on that one. He tracked it down at the right time. It was onside, but Marshall comes up big.
Actually, it was two Sudbury players breaking for that breakaway play, Jack. As you say, Marshall played him well, stayed with him all the way in, and when he went to his left, Marshall got down and got that big pad out and made the save.
If you're Sudbury now, you want to keep playing that tight defensive style, but you need some offense, so you're sort of stuck in between. Do you open it up a bit, or...
Darned if you do, darned if you don't.
Yeah, I guess as the game wears on, they'll have to start doing that.
He was presenting Nicoludi, now he'll be presenting Ashcroft. He didn't catch me this time, I didn't say it.
No, you were waiting, weren't you? And the Capitals win it. Shore takes his man to the board, sets Ashcroft. Nicoludi hustling over on the near side. Jumping behind the net. Burnham takes a bump from Poitras, and Major comes up with it. Tips it up to Forget. Oh, just offside.
Two-line pass at center. Face-off will come just inside the Cub blue line.
And again, our second intermission guest is Russ Farnell, president of the Great West Midget Hockey League, and he's also a longtime manager of this Sudbury team.
Since the inception of the league.
Yeah.
I understand work commitments are going to take him away from his job as commissioner of the league this year, so he's done a heck of a job. He's always got the best interest of the league in the forefront, and he's done a real good job.
There's an icing call against the Cubs. Face-off will come back in the Cubs zone.
3:53 left here in the second period. Cubs lead 3-1. Jason Brissett on the draw for the Cubs.
Face-off. O'Day grabs the loose puck. And he'll skate it out. The Burnham to Forget with Safiris. Here's Forget going in. He was hooked as he tried to get the shot away. He slid it in on goal, but he didn't get much on it. His arm was being pulled back just enough that he couldn't get a lot of wood on that shot.
Marty Loach and Andre Paquette will come to the ice now. I'll serve their sentences.
It sounds awful, eh? Serving their sentences. Goldrow wins that face-off in his own zone, and he lugs it out to center, and I mean lug. Here's Gallo. Shot off the leg. Goldrow backing up the play. Boy, he's a strong kid. Gets it back to the blue line to Vic. There's a shot to a screen. Oh, and that just missed, and it caroms all the way out to center. Galudi fires it into the Cub zone. Joyal behind the net. Brevard in the corner. Joyal up to Loach off his stick. At center ice. Lachance turns and fires it back into the Cubs zone. 3 minutes now left in the second period. The Cubs have a 3-1 lead. Sean Scott in there against Ashcroft. Lachance moves in, takes a run at Brevard. Big Goldrow now hustling behind the net, trying to strip it from Brevard. Comes to the side of the Cub goal, and Marshall's going to hang on. But this line, Goldrow's line for Sudbury, doing a good job of forechecking, hemming the Cubs in.
Went off race there. He must have been off for about 12 seconds and he was back on again. Now Micheludi's goal will have one up. The face-off will be deep in the Cub zone to the right of goaltender Chad Barkley. 2 minutes 46 seconds left in the second period. That's with a 3-1 lead. Enemy against Micheludi.
Sudbury wins it. But they don't get a shot on goal, and the Cubs will get it out. Now it's back into the Cub zone. Denemy back the other way, fakes a shot, working around his man. Denemy behind the net, and tied up there by Johnson. Dave Brown now to Craig Brown behind the net, gets it out in front, hangs on to it, back behind the net to Dave Brown. Now Micheludi for Sudbury will try and get it out, and he does. He backhands it out down the ice. Zubik with Poitras chasing him. Poitras takes him off the puck, comes loose, but Denemy's there for the Cubs, and back he comes to center. He's got Craig Brown and Dave Brown with him in over the line. They keep it in. Craig's tied up behind the net, pinned to the boards. Dave Brown trying to dig it free. A scrum behind the net, comes loose into the corner, and Craig Brown's on it. Johnson checks him. Now Denemy picks up the loose puck. Sean Denemy throws it back into the corner to Dave Brown. Comes out into the face-off circle area. Puck is loose, cleared away. And here comes Poitras for Sudbury. Long shot. Marshall stops that with his blocker. Zubik. Up to Safiris. He's knocked down by Stefanuto. He looked at the referee right away. No call. There's a long pass up the middle. Taking it there is Swain. Dumps it in. Gower couldn't center it. Delage at center. Now here's Andy Burnham back for the Cubs. In over the line. Burnham stick handling his way in. And he's knocked down. Comes to the side of the net. The puck's loose. Cleared to the line and out now. But Code recovered, and it was offside at the Sudbury blue line. Paquette could have got 3 there, and a good recovery by Julian Code.
That's a good skater. He has the ability to do that. Face on now from just outside the corner cap of the blue line. Krieger against Brent Goldrow with 44 seconds on the period. Krieger's out there on
In the face-off, Goldrow tried to get away with it. Krieger manages to stop him. Stefanuto around the boards. Joyal keeps it in. Oh, good low shot and a nice save by Beauparlant. Cubs with some pressure here with 25 seconds left in the period. They have a 3-1 lead. But Sudbury gets it out. Long pass up there for Ashcroft. It's by him. Down the ice it goes. 12 seconds left in the period. Goldrow tries to dig it free in the Cubs zone. Oh, there's a pass from Krieger to Loach. Almost clicked on a break. 4 seconds left in the period. And the Capitals will just drag the puck and kill off the clock. So, an interesting period once again, and a good period for the Cubs as they scored twice. Bourget and Krieger to give them a 3-1 lead. What were the shots in...
Cubs outscored Sudbury 2-1 in that period, but Sudbury carrying the edge on shots on goal. Brad Marshall had a busy period.
Certainly did. Still a close hockey game, so don't go away. People watching on Cable 12, we'll be back with third period action after this. And those listening on...
March break is almost here. Now's a great time to get hooked up with cable TV for only $19.95. Act now and save up to $45 plus taxes. If you currently have cable, enjoy the convenience of an additional outlet for the low price of $6 a month, and Northern Cable will install it free. The whole family will enjoy the best of cable TV reception and channels on every set in your home with properly installed additional outlets, and you'll receive the first month of any new additional outlet free. Hook up to cable TV today at this $19.95 special, and free installation of additional outlets. Call Northern Cable today.
Our viewers on Cable 12, Denise? Okay. And a happy birthday to Lucy. And again, happy birthday to Tuffy.
Well, the Cubs are starting to vary with the Brown brothers. I just like to call them the Brown brothers. We got our own Hanson brothers. John Denemy has
Loach, Bourget, and Krieger, the goal scorers for the Cubs. Sakalaris in the first period for Sudbury. Here's Craig Brown dropping it for Dave Brown. Walks in, right on. Beauport on the stage. Circles around the net. Oh, and he tried to jam it in, but somehow it stayed out. Comes right on the attack here. Sean Denemy after it in the corner. Cut off there by John Johnson. Dave Brown centered it out. Craig Brown didn't get a stick on it. Comes back to Rivard. Throws it back in on goal. Deflected by Craig Brown. And he tried to jam it in, and the net comes off, and we get a whistle. So the Cubs come out on fire here in the third.
That was a pretty quick 32 seconds, Jack. Lots of action down around the Sudbury goal. Actually, only one shot on goal, but Beauport was jumping from one side to the other. You know where it was coming from next.
Lots of the Cubs coaching staff have to like that. Their team coming out in the third and not sitting back trying to sit on this 3-1 lead. They want to goal.
One thing about the Cubs, you can never convince anybody that they're a defensive-oriented team. Although they're very good defensively.
Yeah, they can be. They want to be. Tavares trying to center it in front. Gets it again. Cubs playing the start of this third like they're on a power play here. They're just controlling the show. There's a pass to Major, who's pinching in and went underneath the stick. Cote plays it up to Burnham. He dumps it in. Rick Marlam will play it there for Sakalaris. Loose puck. Major tried to drive one in on goal. It was blocked. Vic dumps it out to Swain. Two-line pass.
Face-off will come back just inside the Sheriff Capital blue line. Cubs have changed up their lineup. And there's Jeff Krieger along with Sean Scott and Marty Loach. Loach and Scott each with a goal, or Loach and Krieger, I should say, each with a goal tonight. Defense Zubik and Sean Smith.
Zubik picks it up inside the line. His pass cut off there by Deloge. Back comes Scott offside at the Sudbury line. Game 2 in this series, Sunday night. Here at the New Liskeard Arena, 7:30 is face-off time. Our broadcast time will be 7:20. And I'm sure that it will be as a close a game as it is tonight. I guess you could say, Al, at this stage of the game, the next goal will be a big one. Either way. Zubik takes a whack at it at center. There's a icing call against Sudbury, and the coaching staff for the Cubs were...
The Cub coaching staff are real good cheerleaders for the referees.
They're good officials. They make the call.
Oh, now icing call face off from the back deep in the Sudbury zone. They're right in both.
Interesting, when I talked to Mike Keefe, I said, why did you go with Boparlon? I said, well, it was his turn. He's just alternating right through the playoff.
Oh, and you got two guys that are playing well.
Chad Marshall comes out to play it. Zubik gets it up to Scott. Tipped away there by Stefanuto, and Zubik picks it up behind the net. Into the corner they go. That's Ashcroft bumping in there. Ashcroft trying to come out in front. Stefanuto at the line. He's checked by Krieger. Krieger trying to get by his man. Going in on the backhand. Has one hand on the stick. He goes down. The net comes off.
I think Krieger did his utmost to take the goaltender out on that play, okay? Well, he made it a good enough show that there'd be no call on the play.
He's got good wheels, and he handles the puck well, doesn't he? He's really come on as the season's progressed. He was right up there in the top 5 or 6 scoring for a while.
He had a good year. Face-off, he deep in the Sudbury zone. Brown Brothers shot in there.
I don't know how many times we've said this, but what a difference a year makes in this league. Some of the kids you're watching out there tonight we talk about didn't really play a big part in this team last year, leading the team this year. Just amazing, the confidence that they have. Rivard, the line, Craig Brown touches it offside. A little bit of a slow start to this period. 17:38 to go. I was holding on to the 3-1 lead, and before a big crowd here tonight. This is one of the bigger crowds we've seen in a while. But the crowds have been good all year. There's no doubt about that.
No question. The Cubs have the best fan support in the league. Mind you, they don't have as much competition as a place like North Bay,
this is true,
or the Sioux, but places like Timmins have a junior team as well. Cap's a lot bigger town in this area, and they don't even come anywhere near the fans. Although I understand they are about second to the Cubs.
Yeah, I've been told that. I'm glad we're not going to find that out, though.
I think it might be cold up there with the
I would think so. There's a shot from the blue line off the stick of Johnson that Marshall had to be quick on. Sudbury with some offense. Here's Micheludi. Oh! He had the whole open net to shoot at, and he shot it right over top the net. Marshall was down, and you could stare at the whole open side. That's the closest he'll come. There's a long drive by Poitras, and Marshall stretched out that right leg and just missed it. And the net has come off, I think, down in the Cub zone.
Sudbury player off and trying to use it as a pivot point to go around the back of the net. The face-off will come outside the Cub blue line. Goaltender Chad Marshall took a look at his stick at the Sudbury player and said, "Don't be touching my neck, boy."
The way Chad shot out his right leg when he tried to make that save there, he sort of got up slow after, like he pulled something. I noticed he was stretching after that a little bit. He stops that long shot. Ferris gets rid of it down the ice. And Bill Parlon has to play it. Burnham's right in there on top of him, but he cleared it away. Now Ferris intercepts the pass along the boards, but he couldn't keep it in. Zubik did a nice job, and yes, they're saying he gloved
his hand on
yeah.
Folks, if you want your season tickets for Sunday night's game, they'll be available at the end of this game for half an hour for the ball club.
And I understand that they sold quite a few advance tickets for this game in the last couple of days. There's a long pass up. Gobro walking in, and a nice save. Rebound. And Marshall stops him twice, and then the Sudbury player trailing the play jammed his stick into Marshall's pads, and I think we might get a penalty here.
Tim Takiris came back pretty hard and took that Sudbury player away from the goal as well. He's hitting the work. Number 20, that captain, that Ashcroft, still on the ice, so I don't know what the call's going to do here. I have to wait and see what happens. I imagine that the Sudbury player is on the back.
You would think, yeah.
Frank Rose, we're talking to the club players. Lower bench. Sound like what through the fact that they're pretty crystal about what the call. Looks like there's only one penalty, Jack. For the Cubs.
So Sudbury will go on the power play, but we've got Ashcroft on the ice.
We'll have to watch and see how many. Have to watch and see how long Ashcroft stays out of the game here, Jack.
He's now getting up slowly and talking to the trainer. Guess he had his bell rung as he went into the boards.
On the bench, voicing the thought
Yeah.
somebody sticking their stick and just very nice. Reason to get away from the bench like the captain.
Ashcroft with his arm around Big Gobro, trying to get some support. He has to reach up about 3 feet to get his arm.
He doesn't look
No.
Face off the front deep.
Now, did you break that cable TV, Mike, again? I never break those things, but you seem to manage to break a few. Denise will tell you I have. I don't think I've broken one all year, have I? Yeah, Marshall was sharp there. Now it comes in the crease, and Marshall grabs it. And a pile up. Sudbury on the power play here, coming close.
In there again, causing some action around the club goal along with Lacroix.
So a face-off to the left of Marshall. Gobro and Denemy on the draw. Puck's loose in the face-off circle. Mickley gets it back to the line. Rivard intercepted it momentarily. Now Gobro gets it again. Big number 12. Sudbury on the power play. Gobro in the corner. Looking in front. Gets it back to Johnson at the point. There's a shot blocked nicely by Sean Denemy as he slid across. And it comes all the way to the Sudbury blue line. Now Denemy knocks Lachance down and steals the puck. And he'll rag it back to center. Killing off valuable seconds here on this power play. Jamie Vick for Sudbury with Sean Scott on him. He gets it up to Gobro. Gobro's going to dump it in. Round behind the Cub net it goes. Forget in the corner against Lachance. They'll pin it to the boards, and down goes the Sudbury player. Now, things getting a little testy after every whistle here. We got a lot of pushing and shoving.
This is only the first game, Jack.
Yeah.
There's going to be at least 3 of them.
I'm sure it'll heat up as we go on.
Well, hopefully they'll have the heat on it. Obviously don't have the heat on it here.
I noticed ever since the Bears come in the building, the heat's been off. I think he went and turned the switch off.
I mean, he's got his coat on.
Yeah, Yeah, I wonder why that is. No sense, no feeling? From the face-off, Majore's trying to freeze the puck with his hands, and the Sudbury player took a little spear in there trying to knock it free. He didn't like that too much, and he's eyeing him up.
Evil eye.
Yeah, Andre Paquette getting the eye from Greg Major. Sudbury on the power play here, and Paquette from the face-off tried to walk in. He was checked, and Craig Brown doesn't get it out. Now Forget will on the second try. 43 seconds left in the man advantage. Ashcroft back on the ice now, so I guess he wasn't hurt too bad. Cubs will get him down the ice. 33 seconds left in the man advantage.
He was on the bench for less than a minute. Yeah.
There's a giveaway now. Craig Brown in front. Back to Forget behind the net. And Forget dumps it back to center, and that should just about do it as Code drives it down into the Sudbury zone. 12 seconds. They'll have to hurry here as they come to center with it. And that pass goes right on Sean Scott's stick. And he'll bring it in. He's got Kennedy going to the net. There's the pass, and it's blocked by Stefanuto, who drove across. The penalty to the Cubs is over. Sean Smith will keep it into Zafiris. Behind the Sudbury goal, Denemy brings it up front. Sean Scott takes a shot. Sean Scott again on the backhand, and now we get a whistle, and the net come off again. Yes, it has. So good scoring opportunities there for the Cubs.
Good
just after that.
Going there by the Cubs again, Jack. Just at the penalty ended, they got a real good scoring opportunity. Sean Scott, they tried to get a pass across the front. Good hard effort in the wrong corner there by the Cubs penalty zone. 13:52 left in the second or third period. I should say, sorry. Cubs with a 3-1 lead. Face off Sudbury zone. Krieger's out there to take a draw against Greg Goldrow. For the Cubs, they got Dave Brown out there along with Krieger and Loach.
And from the draw, up in the corner, comes to the line to Sean Smith. Keeps it in. Now they dump it out to center off Krieger's skate. Bridges couldn't get it out. Nicoludi on the second try, and Big Goldrow will pick it up. He's got Ashcroft with him, and the pass was blocked nicely by Sean Smith. Good play by Sean Smith to break that up. Now comes out in front again. Nicoludi takes a stab at it, and it comes out to center. Bridges dumps it back in, and Zubik is there for the Cubs. Up to Loach. Johnson along the boards, keeping it in. Puck's underneath him, and now we're going to whistle inside the Cub blue line. With 13:08 to go in the third, the Cubs hold a 3-1 lead.
Cubs on a new lineup out there now. Burnham along with Sakuris and Jason Fizette. Back on the point. Luke Royale and Rose Rita. Sudbury also sitting there at fresh lineup. Gallo out there. Along with LaChance and that guy that got hurt in the upset. Marshall caught behind the goal.
Yeah, he's scrambling to get back in there. It's a centering pass. Stefanuto walks in, scores! Stefanuto came in from his defensive position. He snapped one glove side over the shoulder of Chad Marshall, and it's 3-2 now for the Cubs. Sudbury
was just recovering from falling behind the net, and the Cubs just down a little bit flat-footed in the wrong zone. Stefanuto moved right in and took advantage of the situation.
I'm not sure who got him the pass. I think it might have been LaChance. We'll wait for the official announcement on that one.
We're going right down to the wire here. 12:56 left in the third period. And 3-2 for the Cubs as Sudbury had come back to within one.
Cubs from the draw, dump it into the Sudbury zone. There's Code. half a noodle from LaShawn, 7:05 the time of that goal. And they're within one now of the Cubs.
Well, the face-off will come deep in the Sudbury zone to the right of goaltender Card on.
A good, close playoff hockey game. Isn't that what we wanted to see? After that first series...
I'd like to see them lead, not quite this.
Yeah, well, a two or three goal lead would be nice.
Well, Benemy out there now to take the draw for the Cubs. He'd be against Greg Goldrow.
But Sudbury's playing a heck of a lot better in this game than I remember seeing them the last time they were in here.
No question. They know it's a new season.
And from the draw, Micheludi brings it out. Craig Brown knocks his man down at center. Sudbury bench yelling about that one, but Zubik picking it up. The side of the net. Paquette in there forechecking. Now here come the Cubs. Dave Brown just off his stick as he was coming out of his own zone. Dumped back in by the Capitals. Sean Smith, look out. He clears it up over the glass into the crowd.
By my wife, but I don't think she got hit, guys. I could say.
Cubs with 12:03 to go here in the third period. From the face-off, a shot right through the slot area. Bridges will keep it in for Sudbury. Krieger in the corner now, behind the net with it. Clears it out to center. Rivard skates it up and pass up for Loach too far off Bridges' stick down into the Sudbury zone. Loach hustling in there. John Scott centered it. Krieger took a whack at it and just missed. And now we have a penalty coming up to the Cubs as Michelou comes back in the call. Krieger going for interference.
Definitely took our profile again. I don't know if this is a plan by the Cubs coaching staff, but that's about the fourth guy that's run over profile, I think.
I don't understand why there was a whistle there, though. The Sudbury player was in complete control, skating up the wing, and the goalie was heading to the bench.
Two-line pass where he takes off inside the Cubs blue.
Yeah.
Oh, the net was off the mooring down.
There you go.
They should have blew it down quicker.
Yeah.
Face-off would have been closer to something. Well, Jason Burdett will take the draw here against Michelou, just inside the Cubs blue line.
So Sudbury on the power play. With 11:27 left in the third, they trail by a goal. Bourget trying to get it out. Behind the net, the Cubs zone it goes. And Zafiris fails to get it out. The Cubs in control, though. Major banks it off the stick to center. Now here's LaShawn's back in over the line. Puck's rolling. He wanted to take a shot. He just dumps it to the corner. Sean Smith's there. Zafiris turns and fires it off the stick of Jamie Bick to the Sudbury line. 1:24 left in the Sudbury power play. Here's LaShawn. Checked by Zafiris. Gets it to Bourget. Here they come. Oh, nice play by the defenseman, Jim Johnson. He dove across and broke that up. LaChante's taken into the boards heavily by Zafiris. Cote now behind the net. LaChante's against Major. There's a centering pass. Johnson couldn't get to it. Bourget was there and gets it out to center. Back in it goes. Denemy tips it to center ice. Trevor Swain couldn't control it. Now Denemy again will get rid of it. Shoots it. Jamie Dick knocks it down. 40 seconds left in the Sudbury power play, and so far the Cubs have done a good job killing it off. Trevor Swain, get hard. Things get physical now when the Cubs zone comes to the side of the net. Denemy's there, fires it around the boards, out, and down the ice it goes. And now, behind the play, penalties.
Face-off just outside the Bear capital of the blue line. Enemy is up there to take the draw again. Turn Bobo. Up still a man short for 18 seconds.
Cubs doing a good job of killing off this penalty. Very physical in their own zone. Puck shot into the Cubs zone. Brevard behind the net. Gets it into the corner to Craig Brown. Back to the line it comes. Though Sakalaris takes a shot off a stick. Craig Brown trying to get the loose puck. Denemy grabs it and gets it out, and Krieger's onside under the penalty box. Jeff Krieger trying to get a break, and he gets a shot away, but he was tied up as Vic got back and lifted his stick.
Teams at 5 aside now.
Royale keeps it in nicely at the line. Here's Craig Brown. For Krieger, side of the net. Bobro's in there. He can't get it away from Craig Brown. He tried to center it off the goaltender's stick, and Bobro chops it to the line, but not out. And now it comes out to center. So the Cubs kill off that penalty. They still lead 3-2 with 8:52 to go. In the air in the Cubs, in the Sudbury zone, Lachance comes up with it, gets it to Micheludi. Bastrop. Long wrist shot, gloved down by Marshall. He's going to hang on with Micheludi cruising in there. So we'll have a face-off in the Cubs zone.
I think that's 8:32, is it, Jack?
That's a good question.
I think the Bears got a bulb loose.
The bulb is not working, and the heat isn't working, and we got to talk to the Bear very soon. Denise, go find the Bear and ask him to turn the heat on, would you? Oh, okay. Who does?
What, the hitman?
He sure does, yeah. Sean Smith. Up to Burnham, coming out of his own zone. Burnham will dump it in, chase it behind the Sudbury goal. Around the far side it goes, back behind the net for Burnham again. He's tied up there by Delord. And here's Pierce. Pierce dragging the puck, dumps it back into the corner. Burnham gets by his man behind the net to Forget, comes right out in front, tries to tuck it in there, and it's gobbled up there by Asukas behind the play. Another penalty to the Cubs. I think Forget's going to go. Hooking. So Sudbury will go back on the power play.
Short-handed again, I think. 7:41 left in the period.
The way this game is going, Al, I would think that when we look back on it, it'll be, depending on what side you look at it from, either the Cubs' success of killing off penalties or Sudbury's lack of offense on the power play that will decide this game, because Sudbury's had some key power plays in this game at crucial times, and they haven't really taken advantage of it.
It's hard to say they had a lack of offense without shot to coach.
I don't really remember any real good chances, though, when they had the man advantage. Like the last penalty, the Cubs did an excellent job of killing it off.
We're looking for that to happen again here. 7:41 left in the third period. Cubs nursing a 3-2 lead.
But I guess you don't want to go to the well too often here. The Cubs better stop taking these penalties. Whether they think they deserve them or not, they're being called, and they got to stay away from that stuff. Major from the draw, doesn't get it out. Nice play by Vic to keep it in. Now here's Lachance behind the net, tied up by Cody. Major gobbles up the puck and fires it around the boards down the ice. 7:29 to go in the third, 1:46 in the Sudbury power play. The Cubs have a 3-2 lead. There's a long pass over from Micheludi. Cody takes a chop at it, and it comes out to center. Stefanuto fires it in around behind the net. Gobro pick it up. Tips it for Micheludi. Chance behind the net. He's tied up. Micheludi's pinned to the boards by Major. Chance in there. Puts it right on Sean Scott's stick, and he'll get it up to Sean Denemy. One-on-one against Vic. Denemy in over the line. Nice move. Walks in and fires it wide. Oh, what a nice play that was. He didn't miss by much. Oh, and Denemy flattens Gobro. He lined him up and leveled him. So little number 9 really doing a number here, killing this penalty. Now here's LaChance in front. Major bumps him and knocks him off the puck, and the Cubs get it down the ice. What a shift for Sean Denemy. Now here's Gobro, offside. Ooh, close call at the line. Cubs were lucky there. They got caught on a change, but Gobro was a little too...
Not happy with that call at all, but it was real close. Brady Riva was right down on the line and couldn't have had a better view.
Hard to say that Gobro was a little too quick there, but I guess he was.
So we got 38 seconds left here in the power play for Sudbury. Yellow takes the ball against Jeff Krieger.
Johnson in over the line, upside again. 33 seconds. Well, again, the Cubs, Sal, if you look back, the Cubs killing this off and doing a good job, and it was Denemy who had the best scoring chance.
No question for this play on this segment on this situation.
What a move he put on the defenseman, and just all in one motion, let the shot go.
If it would have been on the net, that would have been no way you was expecting it down.
Denise, if he would have scored on that, you would have had to show a replay of that one. Here's Krieger back in the Sudbury zone. 24 seconds left in the Sudbury power play.
Good effort by Krieger, killing off valuable seconds there. 5 minutes left in the third period. I'm sorry, that's 6 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
19 seconds left in the penalty.
Well, we know that for sure.
3-2 lead. Game best of 5 semifinal series against Sudbury Carolina. Krieger will take the draw against Micheludi.
And Johnson behind his own net gets it up to Swain, rather. He tips it to center. Here's Joyelle across to Rivard. Dumps it into the Sudbury zone. Johnson banks it off the boards. Krieger's knocked down, and here comes number 18, Sakalaris. Stop. Johnson drives it into the Cub zone again. Behind the net it goes. Swain over there. Penalty is over. And here comes Craig Brown. Craig Brown trying to cut around his man. He drops it back, but the Sudbury player was there. Now Sean Scott's on the puck in the Sudbury zone. Krieger back to the point. Here's Sean Smith letting one go. Oh, off the base of the post there. And it's cleared around to the near side. Zubik pinching in. Dumps it behind the net to Krieger. Out in front to Sean Scott. Oh, and he shot it up over top the net. The goaltender had lost his stick, and it shot it right out of play.
Beautiful pass by Jeff Krieger. Nice try by the line. He put him right up over the net. So the face-off will come outside the blue line. 5:02 left in the third period. And Shep's beginning to play.
Yeah.
Comes out Forget out there along with Burnham and Furis.
Stefanuto off the boards for Kasukas. A little bit behind him. That's coming back in. Stefanuto down the boards in the corner. Burnham goes down. And Stefanuto, long pass up to Kasukas. There's a shot well wide of the net. Burnham can't get it out. Stefanuto steals it, walks in, and Zubik recovers nicely and strips him of the puck. And the Cubs will come out with it. Here comes Sapiris, one-on-one against Deloge. There's the shot. Oh, and he just missed. Bourget keeping it in at the line. Beauparlant comes out to play it. Paquette, long pass up to Kasukas, was cut off by Major. He fires one in on goal, and Beauparlant stops that. Now a bad clearing pass there by Deloge, and he recovers, and he'll get it out. Paquette skating it to the Cub line. Long shot. Ooh, that's offside. That just missed as well.
Dave Brown is coming back, and Sudbury player number 14. Katsukas was trying to straddle the blue line. Gave him a little extra, little help, so he was outside on the play. The face-off comes outside the Cub blue line. They've got both up there now. It's Dave Brown and his center is Sean Denham.
Bridges dumping it in the Cub zone offside.
Knocked down by a high stick.
There you go.
Sean Denham reached up. 2 feet off the ice, player goes his head. Face-off is just outside the Cub blue line again. Foul against Denham.
Did he hit Govro though?
Oh. Well, the best hitter of the night.
I don't think Govro ever expected Sean Denham to level him like that. Puck in the Cub zone, Major. Dave Brown along the boards. Major knocks his man off the puck. Lachance and Cote behind the net. Now Major will come up with it right in front of his own net, and he'll get it up to Dave Brown. Here come the Cubs and over the line. Loach off his stick. He's pinned to the boards by Johnson. Cubs lead 3-2 with 3:19 to go. They have the puck in the Sudbury zone. Here's Loach walking it out front. The shot is a weak one. Dave Brown whacking at it. Now coming down in front. Oh, what a save by Bo Parloff. Loach.
Marty Loach just drew a penalty. He was pushed into the goal crease, and he just sort of sat there on top of Bo Parloff. And the Sudbury player, number 17, John Johnson, came over and gave him a shot. Now instead of Sudbury players getting into the melee, giving Loach another push. We'll have to see what happens on that exchange. I think both of them will go this time. Loach and Lucas Bridges.
I was going to say, if Sudbury was to take a penalty now with 3:08 to go, their chances of coming back would be very slim, but they're both going to go, I should say. So.
Loach gets it where Bridges for roughing, and I think the other Sudbury family also.
Oh, there you go. So they will get will they get the extra here?
Yes, Sudbury has the first 2.
So there you go. The Cubs will go on the power play with 3:08 to go. Good time to go on the power play.
That's right. Free Crisco talking to Captain Andrew Ashcroft. Now Stefanuto and outman the referee. I bet Jack's money that Crisco won't be changing his mind on this call.
Small bet there. Very small. So if you're looking at this from the Sudbury side of things, that was a bad penalty for them to take. I mean, they're down left now. They're going to be short-handed for 2 minutes, and if they get scored on, well, it's basically over. So
face off to be deep in the Sudbury zone here. Bobo will take the draw against Jason Forget. He's out there along with Krieger and Sean Scott.
Cubs win the draw. Major. Forget along the boards. Krieger. They'll switch positions. Now Major. There's a shot. Oh, he just missed on the stick side. And Micheludi will get it out. Krieger's there, though, to dump it back to the line. Micheludi backhands it high in the air, this time down into the Cub zone. As Major circles the net with it, trying to get away from the forechecking of Govro. He succeeds and gets it up to Forget. Jason Forget in over the line. Into the corner he goes, puts on the brakes, setting up on this power play. 2:30 left in the third period. 1:20 left in the Cubs power play. They lead it 3-2. Forget. Major from the line, and Beauparlon kicks it and up off the ceiling.
Good puck control there again by the Cubs power play. Forget and Krieger the puck around in the corner. Gets the puck out to big shooter Major to get a couple. He had 2 good shots on that power play. One to tip away from that area. Cubs send out Tim Sapuris along with Sean Denham at center and Craig Brown on the other one. Major and Oswald on defense.
Cubs win the the shot, gets it to Safiris. His shot's blocked. Whacks at it. Another shot, and a nice save by Beauparlant. Sudbury having trouble getting it out. Now they get it out the center off Joel's stick to the Cub line. It goes. He hustles back there, picks it up, and gets it up to Denemy. Sean Denemy and over the line. Drops it back to Safiris, back to Joel up the blue line. Here comes the shot, and the net's off again. So face-off will come outside the line.
Brown saying, hey, I didn't walk into that net by myself. So come on now. As you say, back to face-off outside the blue line. 53 seconds remaining in the third period. 45 seconds left. Cubs power play. Cubs with a 3-2 lead.
Now, one thing I haven't asked yet, because there's never been a need to ask it, is what happens in the overtime situation? Is it 10 minutes overtime and then it goes to sudden death?
Don't know. Isn't going to happen, so don't need to worry.
Okay. You're a lot of help. Here's Denemy for the Cubs over to Safiris. 1:33 left in the game. 23 seconds in this Cub power play. Denemy walks out and off the stick and into the corner it goes. Joel to Safiris. For Denemy behind the net. Cubs 10 seconds left in this man advantage. Here's Craig Brown. Gotta get a shot away here. Penalty to Sudbury is now over. Sudbury player hustling to get back in on the play. Now they're he's going to the bench. And glove to head. Is that what they're calling here?
So, 58 seconds left in the period here. Cubs nursing holding on to a 3-2 lead. Cubs had excellent control of the puck down there, but they couldn't maneuver for a shot on goal. Sudbury calling a timeout or attack.
Good plan.
Their plan of attack here.
And while they do that, we'll remind you we'll be back on the air Sunday night, right from this location at 7:20 with our pregame show, and of course we'll be on Cable 12 as well. Denise will be here. Way to go, Denise.
Your pleasure. Listen to it tonight. Watch it on Sunday.
There you go. You're going to show this. You're going to show this game Monday, and Sunday on Tuesday.
Cubs are out shooting Sudbury 12-6 in this period, right?
That's it. Interesting. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to see the numbers. Here they are.
Well, I believe you. I believe you.
I can't count. I always miss some shots on goal, but I can't count right now.
A lot lower shot total in this game than we've seen in a few games that we've done this year.
No question.
So the face-off upcoming in the Sudbury zone.
Jason Brissett against Nicoluti.
Cubs will win it, but Nicoluti bobbles it up. Behind the net around the board, so Sean's tries to chop it out. Dave Brown's there to cut that off.
Sudbury were trying hard to get the goaltender out here to get the extra attacker.
Puck comes out to center, but Forget is there first. He plays it off Gobo down into the Sudbury zone. Stefanuto. That pass knocked down. 31 seconds left in the third. Sudbury gets it up to center. The Chance can't do anything with it. Cubs doing a good job here killing this off. Beauparlant's on the bench, but the Cubs are on the puck. No goalie out in front. Oh, Sean Scott had the empty net and he missed. Here comes Sudbury. One last chance. 12 seconds. LaChance trying to walk his way in front. Oh, what a save! There in front of the net with just 4 seconds left. Chad Marshall just came up with the save of the game. Unbelievable. Sudbury came within an inch of tying this game, but Marshall robbed LaChance right in front. That's what goaltending will do for you, Al, and boy, did he come up big there. But a heck of an effort here by both these teams tonight. This was a good, solid playoff hockey game. The The Cubs win it 3-2 and take a 1-0 lead in this series. And as we said, Game 2 Sunday night. You won't want to miss that one. If you can't get down here, we'll be on the air at 7:20. And Al, I know you got to pick those 3 stars. That's not easy.
Tough one tonight, Jack. Third star tonight's going to go to Jeff Krieger. I thought he worked hard. He a couple of little penalties there, but we'll let that go. Played real hard tonight and had a goal and assist, I believe. Second star to Marty Loach, who got things rolling here for the Cubs early on in the game. First star, Chad Marshall, with that save right at the end of the game. If it wasn't for that save, we'd still be playing.
Yeah, we'd be into that overtime situation.
That's right. If you go to the shots on goal, Sudbury had a total of 32, and the Cubs had a total of 37.
All right, so the Cubs win it 3-2. And for you people watching on Cable 12, we'll say a good night, and we'll be back again soon with another game for you on Tuesday night. And for you people listening on radio, don't go away. We'll be back to wrap things up right after.